Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and yes, it is true, Dr. WHEELO is in Dokkan. Finally, after 8.5 years, we got the villain of the second movie. Now, it does kind of make sense it's taken so long for him to show up, because, I mean, look at him. He's a brain in a giant mech. He's a giant brain in a Gundam. Now, I gave him a lot of dodge. A lot of the equips I gave him, as you can see, Dr. WHEELO doesn't seem very good. Dokkan is on a pretty good run of free-to-play characters right now, but unfortunately, LR Dr. WHEELO is not really one of them. He does seem pretty undertuned. He does have an active skill and an intro as a free-to-play character, though, which is pretty good. So I just gave him a lot of dodge. I mean, at this point, I just see no reason not to give dodge to characters. It's just, it just works so effectively. So let's go ahead and Dokkan Awaken him. Remember, he is a Prime Battle LR, so, you know, we are going to need quite a bit of grinding in order to awaken him to an LR. We rainbowed him. Now we're going to awaken the LR, and then I will go ahead and link level Dr. WHEELO. Now, there are several issues, I think, with this character. One of the main ones, of course, being his link set is a problem. I think if they're going to create a Dr. WHEELO card, they needed to make him either a defense or support type character. A perfect example is like, so Garlic Jr. was a support character when they dropped him, but Garlic Jr. has the link set that he could be like a dominant, like, you know, slot 1 damage dealer, you know, slash like damage and tanking ability, like just like a super strong character, you know, because he's got, you know, big bad bosses and Thirst for Conquest and those types of links. Dr. WHEELO doesn't, right? So it's definitely going to be, I think, a significant issue to find spots to run him. Dr. WHEELO is also not super great when it comes to his categories. I guess you could say he's on Resurrected Warriors, he's on Battle of Wits, you know, he's on Movie Boss, Terrifying Conquerors, Revenge, Power Wishes. Like, he's on some sort of, you know, what I define as, like, lower level teams. Yeah, there's a title right there for awakening him, cool. But I don't know. I don't know. I really wish that he could have. I feel like he should be on Crota Body and Mind. I feel like there was one other category that's just not coming to my head right now that this guy really should have been on. But all right, let me go ahead and get him link leveled, and then we'll test him out. We'll see if Dr. WHEELO can be okay. I think it's gonna be very tough to use him. He's got flat numbers all over. I feel like it's gonna be a struggle with his link set and stuff like that. I just feel like there's real issues, unfortunately, for LR Dr. WHEELO here. But I mean, it is still nice to at least get the representation of him in the game. That is good. Alright, Dr. WHEELO. How hilarious. Yes. We are indeed using Dr. WHEELO. I love so much that after 500,000 years, they did actually give us LR Dr. WHEELO in game. Now, the only thing is, I don't think Dr. WHEELO is very good. No, we're going to look at him, you know, getting some very good numbers in kind of like perfect situations. But I think we'll just do a couple of turns with Dr. WHEELO in super good, like, position. And then we'll go into a red zone stage, and I'll show you guys what that might look like. I will not be running this team. I mean, because the problem with this, Battle of Wits does have a 200% leader right now, right? For sure. In this Carnival Goku. But Carnival Goku is a super class support type character. So it's just like mixing and matching super class and villains. Like, it doesn't really work so well on Battle of Wits. Right, so it's like maybe I'll run Dr. WHEELO on like the cooler team, like some Terrifying Conqueror team or something. We'll see. But I think Dokkan has had an impressive streak recently of free-to-play characters. Really good free-to-play characters. I do not think Dr. WHEELO falls in line with that. Number 1, his link set here. Prodigies, Mechanical Menaces, Revival, Thirst for Conquest, Scientist, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. I mean, let's just look no further than Mechanical Menaces, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, what is this? What is this? I mean, Revival, sure. The problem, though, there were, after the link level update, many characters got massively buffed by the Link level update, right? Many characters got massively buffed. Many Links were, you know, hugely upgraded, right? The GT Super Saiyan 4s, for example, massively buffed. The Universe 6 girls, massively buffed. But some Links weren't really given the care that they should get, right? Revival is one, where it gives 2 ki, but then all these stats and shit is only when HP is below 50%. Berserker is another Link that kind of is bad. So that's an issue for Dr. WHEELO. So with this Link set, Dr. WHEELO needs to be one of two things. Either he needs to be a support type character or a defense type character. Where the Link set, like, if you're just going to be a traditional kind of like, you know, strong like Dokkan Fest type character with like Links and stuff like that, it's just not going to work with these types of Links, right? Like he would need to be a support unit or something like that. Like, I mentioned this before, but Garlic Jr. could be a strong Dokkan Fest with his Link set. So could Lord Slug. Right, they could be, like, damage-dealing main characters, but, like WHEELO, like, this Link set is just going to be a problem, right? Now, let's take a look at this nonsense right here. So, he does his intro and gives himself 4 ki and 80,000 defense for 4 turns with a Revenge category ally. So, it's like, if we're looking, we're at 496 right there. I mean, on this rotation, Dr. WHEELO is going to be capable of tanking all normals in the game. On this rotation, which really is kind of like, I mean, you could definitely say that that's as far as we actually need to go with Dr. WHEELO. Does he need to be that much, like, as like a free-to-play LR, is it like that big of a deal, right? But again, I mean, imagine if we were getting the support from Carnival Goku, which we're not, because Carnival Goku is only given superclass characters support, right? But this defense for Dr. WHEELO is only going to last the first 4 turns. He's going to have 2 rotations of this, right? Then Dr. WHEELO is getting 3 ki and 100,000 attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 3 ki and 60,000 attack and defense against one enemy. He gets another 60,000 attack and medium chance to crit if the enemy's HP is 60% or more. He gets a medium chance to guard, and then another 2 ki, 40,000 attack and 100,000 defense when facing 2 enemies. And then another 60,000 attack and a guaranteed crit if our HP is 40% or less once only. So, all kinds of like weird restrictions and stuff like that. Now, one reason our defense and stats can look good here, this is a pretty decent rotation, right? Darkness Toa is giving us Shattering the Limit, Scientist, and Thirst for Conquest. So, Dr. WHEELO looks quite a bit better next to Darkness Toa. I mean, 2 ki, 20% defense right there is pretty impactful. What happens when we're not linked up with Darkness Toa? Yeah. He just instantly becomes mid in 2 seconds. And this is Dr. WHEELO with a 200% leader skill, huh? Okay. Now, his ki is definitely good. I would say starting the turn out at 23 ki is something I do like quite a bit. Alright, so Dr. WHEELO from his super attack effects, by the way, both super attack effects are giving him 30% defense, which is really good. So his 12 ki super attack effect, 30% defense, he lowers enemy attack. I like that. 18 ki super attack effect, he gets 30% attack and defense, mega colossal damage, and then seals. They gave him good super attack effects. If Dr. WHEELO would look like this every turn, I think he would be acceptable. But this is him with a 200% leader skill next to Darkness Toa. This is just not, like, this is not really viable. This is not red zone viable, right? All right, let's see. So he's at 6.5. It's like he doesn't have built-in additionals or crits or any nonsense, right? He's got, like, he has no shenanigans that he's going to go ahead and pop off, unfortunately, right? He does also have an active skill. We could do this if HP is 40% or less. Or facing one enemy whose HP is 60% or more starting from the 5th turn. So, alright, we got that initial sort of number from Dr. WHEELO right there. We're going to do a couple of more turns, and then again, I'm going to just try and hop into, I think, just like kind of like a normal sort of like cooler setup or something like that in some red zone fight, and see what Dr. WHEELO's numbers looks like when he's not like super dressed up. Alright, we got another rotation right here with Dr. WHEELO. Let's go ahead and see what numbers our boy's going to hit up. So we are next to Hearts, which means Hearts is giving us support 530,000. Now remember, he's getting 30% defense with every super attack he does as well. So, if Dr. WHEELO could consistently tank normals, I would be okay with it, right? If my free-to-play characters could tank every normal from red zone bosses and sell max and stuff like that, I will accept that. But I don't think Dr. WHEELO is going to get to that level once we're going on a real team and not like, because like this is a mess of a lineup, right? Like this is just making, kind of like setting things up for Dr. WHEELO. Also, Revenge. It's a pretty weak team, considering we need a Revenge character to activate his intro. But then another reason I guess we'll do cool. I guess Golden Frieza and Metal Cooler are both Revenge. So is Piccolo Jr. actually. So never mind. We have strong villain characters who could activate that. Yeah, Golden Frieza, Metal Cooler, and Piccolo Jr. And even in LR Cell if we choose to bring him. All decent options. Okay, I guess, so now at this point, Dr. WHEELO's intro is gone, by the way. I think on this next turn, we will be able to use Dr. WHEELO's active, right? So I guess we'll pop his active on this next turn. Maybe get like one more rotation out of him, and then we'll, again, go to one of these normal sort of like lineups, a normal red zone fight, and see what Dr. WHEELO looks like. It is a shame. Dr. WHEELO, they should have given him a Dokkan Fest. Because I just don't, like, they used, I feel like, a lot of, like, the animations and stuff like that Dr. WHEELO could have. They did use here. 453. This is WHEELO without his intro, right? Which is 4 key, 80,000 defense. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop Dr. WHEELO's active. I mean, it is nice, I guess, to have a free-to-play character with an active and an intro. That's cool, I guess. Okay, sure. Alright, let's get this rotation right here from WHEELO. And then, again, we'll just go to, I don't know, Red Zone Metal Cooler or something like that, like a fight like that. And see what WHEELO's looking like. We already got his active, we got his intro, we got all of his animations in. So let's just get this number from WHEELO, and then we'll sort of see what he's cooking over in like a legitimate fight. It is a shame. I mean, I guess I could run WHEELO on Power of Wishes. So we can make use out of like Bulma support, I suppose, right? I could do that, but like, I mean, WHEELO has Thirst for Conquest. So that makes me want to utilize him with other Thirst for Conquest characters, right? Turles, Cooler, Piccolo Jr. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and see how we're going to look in a setup like this. So we're on the 8th anniversary team. 358? I guess we can do something like this, huh? So the 8th anniversary LRs, one thing that is very important to understand about the 8th anniversary LRs teams is LR Bulma's presence in the game now, right? Is a just unbelievable buff to the 8th anniversary teams. Dr. WHEELO is on Power of Wishes, right? So because of that, we can, kind of slide him on here. Now, I don't know about, this is just not, we kind of, I think, maybe got a little bit of a tough spot here. Like, Piccolo Jr. probably does just get just one-shotted here, right? Like, let's see. Now, the reason, I mean, this, you guys see, this is turn 2. It's not like I picked our rotation right here, but at least with Piccolo Jr., we could have Thirst for Conquest up. 358, plus he's going to get 30% defense, but, I mean, that's not, like Dr. WHEELO is just actively dragging the team down. Okay, that's good. The super attack wasn't right away, but I mean, we're not going to live this, right? Piccolo Jr. is not that crazy. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I kind of wanted to see what I wanted to see. I could certainly hop back in where we could maybe get a little bit of a better position, hopefully, than that. I mean, that was not great. Needless to say, that was not the greatest right there, but we'll hang tight. We'll try it again. Let's just get one attack by Dr. WHEELO, but you know, that was without Bulma's support right there. She hadn't been on rotation yet, so maybe this next run we can get the Bulma support up and it could help us out a little bit. We'll see. All right. A little bit of a goofy lineup for sure. Okay. Yeah, this is 8th anniversary AGL Carnival base form Goku. 8th anniversary Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Kid Goku. Then Dr. WHEELO. Dr. Goof-ass WHEELO, man. I can't... They really had to have made this guy a Dokkan Fest, man. If Dr. WHEELO... So again, he's at 312. I mean, this is only legendary power activated because of his link, because of his links and shit like that. Like, imagine if Dr. WHEELO was just 3 key, 40% attack and defense to all allies, right? Like, boom. Like, it's this type of character with this link set and stuff like that. That's the way Dr. WHEELO would need to be. This is why I really like, you look at what they did with LR Bulma, and it's master class. Exactamundo. Yes. Dr. WHEELO, not so much. Right? Not so much. Raditz, nah. Looks like a miss. Bulma, yes. Big time W, right? Who's another... Videl. I will maintain forever that Videl was a dominant W. Dokkan Fest Videl, absolutely. Was it, like, how strong she was on release? People nowadays will pretend, like, Videl was not, you know, like, God when she first came out. But she was so ridiculous, right? Okay, I feel like I'm probably, like, we saw, like, what the numbers look like for Dr. WHEELO in, like, a non, you know, 200% juice setup. I mean, maybe if Dr. WHEELO, you know, some of these teams he's on, like, Resurrected Warriors or something like that, could get, like, a different 200% leader skill. One, I think, strong criticism we can give Dokkan, a lot of the 200% teams they've given us are very samey. There's a lot of categories. I could just spew out 50 off the top of my head. Shit like Revenge, Sibling Bond, right? Like, just a bunch of these types of teams, Resurrected Warriors, that have not had, like, even 100%, 170% leaders in decades, it seems like. They need to start throwing out 3 leader skills on every 200% character. All these little niche-ass categories all need to get more leaders. Right, you know, Battle of Wits could use a villain leader. Like, you know, Final Trump Card could use a villain leader. I just wish Dokkan would like, give us more leader skills. Like, Dokkan Fest God Goku, oh my god, what an incredible leader skill he has, Pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan. But, okay, you know, I mean, we have a lot of Pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan leader skills, right? Like, we need some other stuff, too. So, alright, there's, There's Doctor... I mean, I guess... If we're going to get some Dr. WHEELO action, we do got to get him with the Bulma support up, huh? Alright, so this is turn 2. Let's go ahead and pop our Bulma support right there. Piccolo Jr. is not going to die this time, being in slot 2 or slot 3. Piccolo Jr., even with, like, no links activated, he's fine. LR Golden Frieza, dominant monster that he is. We know how that's going to go. Yep, thanks. Double-digit damage. We'll take that. Look at, dude, this team is such a mess. But it's like, I don't know, man. Golden Frieza is just such, like, if the fight is going to be short, Golden Frieza is just too good. Exactly. Golden Frieza is, you know, his main primary focus is that incredible defensive ability he has. Which means, you know, things like his links and, you know, his damage, things like that, might not matter as much. Again, that's how they needed to make Dr. WHEELO. In order to make him, like, a really effective character here. Alright, so Bulma's support is up, so let's see what Dr. WHEELO is looking like on this next rotation. Again, Bulma and some of these characters might make judging some characters a little bit difficult, because it's like, Bulma's support is going to really make a lot of characters look decent, but, like, at the same time, like, is it unrealistic? Well, no, because Bulma's, like, the best character in the game, and you could run her in any fight. You could run Bulma without a leader skill, and she's fine. So, it's like, you know, do we automatically discredit characters just because they're juiced up by Bulma? I would argue no, but at the same time, I feel like for a lot of people, it's going to make evaluating characters even harder. Okay, here's a better rotation by Piccolo Jr., sure. Sure, there you go. Yeah, nice damage there. Okay, this dude nearly 2-turned his ass. All right, sure. Dr. WHEELO, what are we looking like here? 338. Bruh, that's just not... 330. Dr. WHEELO, bro. For real? 338? I mean, because... Okay. So he gets 30% from super attack effect. It's just that's just not quite enough for me. I don't think so. Even with the Bulma support, like, come on, bruh. All right, well, we're probably gonna kill Metal Cooler here. AGL Carnival Goku, of course, you know, being what he is gonna help us out a little bit. So we'll get this rotation from Dr. WHEELO and we'll finish up. Let me know what you guys think. It's definitely nice that Dokkan has Dr. WHEELO in game, right? Like, I'm not gonna be mad about that. I mean, a character I personally have been asking for years now. But that movie has a lot they could still grab, man. Brainwash Piccolo. They could get a good Gohan from there. There's a lot of Goku stuff they can get from that movie. Then, of course, there's, I think, you know, LR Goku, Krillin, and Master Roshi, I think, would be awesome, too. Again, there's quite a few things Dokkan could still take from that Dr. WHEELO movie, so we'll see. Maybe this Part 2 LR in this celebration might be from the Dr. WHEELO movie. That would kind of make sense. In December, right, Yamcha, Dokkan Fest, Bojack, EZA, kind of random. We had a free-to-play LR Giant Hachiak, and then the sort of like, you know, I use Part 2 in quotations, but kind of like the Part 2 LR. It's not really a Part 2 because it's Christmas or whatever. It was the, you know, Carnival STR Goku that was related to Hachiak. So I think we could see the Part 2 LR Goku, Krillin, Master Roshi related to free-to-play Dr. WHEELO. It's possible. All right, this is Devilish Genius Scientist Dr. WHEELO. His leader skills the Revenge category, key 4 and 130% of stats. His super attack is the Gigantic Bomber, which raises defense by 30% for 1 turn, does colossal damage to the enemy, and then lowers enemy attack. I do like the attack debuffing is good. His 18-key super attack is the Photon Strike, which raises attack and defense by 30%, does mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then seals enemy super attacks. So I like that he could seal, that's decent. His passive skill, Revenge through Scientific Power. So he activates an intro, and then gets 4 key and plus 80,000 defense for 4 turns if there's a Revenge category ally in the team. But, I mean, I looked at it, it's not so bad, because Golden Frieza, Metal Cooler, Piccolo Jr., all Revenge, top tier villains. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Then Dr. WHEELO gets 3 key and 100,000 attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets another 3 key and 60,000 attack and defense against one enemy. He gets 60,000 attack and a medium chance to crit if that enemy's HP is 60% or more. Then he gets a medium chance to guard. It's a 30% chance. And 2 key, 40,000 attack and 100,000 defense against 2 or more enemies. And then he gets 60,000 attack and a guaranteed crit when HP is 40% or less once only. He has an active skill, the Planet Geyser, which massively raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage to the enemy. 2 different conditions here. It's good. It's not... you have 2 different ways you could proc this, right? So you could either do this when HP is 40% or less. So, you know, maybe in like a Super Battle Road run, you could do this in like turn 2 or something like that. Could be good. Or if there's one enemy whose HP is 60% or more from the 5th turn. So there's 2, right? Either HP under 40% or one enemy 60% HP 5th turn. Seems like a lot, that second condition, but it's actually not that bad. It just there's 3 different like sort of like things you have to hit, but they're not, I would say, that tricky. Maybe depending upon the fight, the fact that it's, you know, 5th turn and HP 60% or more, but shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Dr. WHEELO has one of the worst link sets of any, you know, character in the game. Prodigies, Mechanical Menaces, Revival, Thirst for Conquest, Scientist, Shattering Limit, Legendary Power, really iffy. I mean, he could get Prodigies for like Golden Frieza characters, Coolers and Piccolo Jr. and Garlic Jr. could have Thirst for Conquest, right? But it's mostly just a mess, right? It's an utter mess. 12 key multiplier is 140%. I would like that 150%, but that's uncommon for even free-to-play LRs, I guess. 24 key multiplier is 200%. And then Dr. Willow is on categories that do need help, right? Revenge could use anything. I'm complaining about the performance of Dr. Willow, but I mean, it's not like Revenge is the craziest category ever. I'll take anything we can get for this team, for sure. Then Willow is also on Resurrected Warriors. This team, I mean, bro, am I crazy that we have not gotten a Resurrected Warrior leader since Vegeta? I guess it's okay. So it's Int Angel Golden Frieza, Physical Angel Golden Frieza, and then Tech, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta / Majin Vegeta. Yeah, Resurrected Warriors needs a new leader skill. Stupid. Very dumb. Movie bosses. Remember, if 6 months have gone by and we have not gotten a movie boss's character, you could pencil it in that a movie boss is coming. I need to double check this, but I swear, like 2 weeks ago, before Turles was announced, I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute. We haven't had a movie boss in a while. Probably going to get one soon, and then Turles shows up, right? Then Dr. Willow is also on Terrifying Conquerors. Again, probably the strongest villain category, I'd say. Dr. Willow is also on the Battle of Wits category team. This is where we got him on his 200%, of course. And then finally, there's the Power of Wishes category, which has gotten just utter non-stop buffs since it was introduced. I do like that they introduced the category, and then they did slurp it relentlessly. That is always good. So, there we go. There is LR Dr. Willow. Not quite as nice as I would like, but, I mean, at least he is in-game, right? I'll definitely take that W, that's for sure.